Boom. Synth fan. There you go. Right at the top. Kathy Murphy. Foxtail Dreams. Alaska Cindy. Punxsutawney Mo. Lee Saunders. Ness from Connecticut. Debbie Neiman. Tracy M. Karen Purdy. Tina G. Luppy Girl. Samantha Hawkins. Sandra. Marie from New Jersey. Wojo Mom. Victorina. Stephanie L. Asmila J. Jamie from Wisconsin. And me, BDD in the Heezy. Lucy L. I lost you. Hold on. Monique Lee. Eddie G. Wilbur McCarthy. Little Bit of Beauty. Sydney C. Valerie G. Sheila Bird. Julian Gautier. Paula Freitas. Wifey. The Trump Reaper. Karen Purdy from Newton Falls, Ohio. There she is. Diane London. Barbara Capps. Welcome to another episode of Storytime with BDD. I'm your host, BDD, aka Brooklyn Dad, and this is Storytime. Cling, cling. Welcome, everyone. Happy Monday. Can Mondays be happy? Absolutely, they can. I'm happy, and I hope you're happy too. I hope you also had a great weekend. I did. It is hot as fajizi in here. I'm wearing my New York Knicks jersey mainly because no sleeves. It's cooler. Also, basketball season isn't really over yet. We'll get to that and more stuff in our stories of the day. Stories of the day. What do we have to look forward to in the year 2022? We shall discuss. Crazy My Pillow CEO Mike Lindell has another crazy conspiracy theory. Will it come true? Probably not. Heroes don't all wear capes. And in this show, I will introduce you to the Montana Man. Our latest entry in the guessing game pantheon is Guess That Movie Soundtrack. And last but not least, disgraced General Mike Flynn is today's You Raggedy Bish. All right, so first up, I believe I see a troll has joined us by the name of Alan Manriquez. Moderators, you know what time it is. You know what to do. You need to leave. All right, and let's see. As I said, I had a nice weekend. Wifey and I watched some movies, some TV shows. We watched a lot of Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is really funny. I see we've got New York City in the house. Myra Marrero, welcome to the show. She said, bye, Felicia. No, here we say, you need to leave. Tina G got him. Thank you, Tina G. All right. So we like to start off this random stuff with some random chill musics. Uh. All right. Let's go. So as I mentioned, basketball season technically is over. Hey, aloha, Cherie and Benji. Okay. What do you guys? So it's over, but it's not really over because we still have our basketball stars playing in the Olympics. Now, many years back, almost 30 years ago, the legendary Dream Team stunned the world. Stunned. I mean, how could it not? It featured Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Patrick Ewing. I mean, and the list of superstars went on and on and on. You know, Karl Malone was there. You name it. All of the mega superstars were there to the point where the opposing teams were getting clobbered. They were getting killed because they were just standing there like, watching them fly by to the hoop, admiring their heroes. And who could blame them, right? It was an incredible assembly of talent. Next, many years later, was followed by the Redeem Team of 2008. Now, the Redeem Team was no slouch either. It featured everyone from LeBron James to Kobe Bryant to Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade. I mean, this team was also stacked. And of course, we got the gold. Damn it. How could you not? On a team with just LeBron and Kobe. Just LeBron and Kobe. Huh? Fast forward to 2021. And our latest NBA men's team is not looking it's not looking as intimidating. Not by any stretch of the imagination. No, we've gotten our asses handed to us in. Hey, what's up, Jenny Harvey from Tennessee, y'all? What's up, Jenny? Glad to have you. They're not intimidating anybody. And look, don't get me wrong. The guys playing in this game, they're good. They're good enough, They don't have, they don't have chemistry. They don't have their shit together. They got thumped by France. And when I say thumped, it wasn't a high-scoring game. In fact, it was a pretty low-scoring game. It was like 83-76. But 83-76? Are you kidding me? They have Kevin Durant in there. KD should have scored at least half of those points. But no. So I don't know what's going to happen with our men's basketball team. Does not look good for us. It might even be an early exit. Who knows? That would be atrocious. This was like the first loss in 25 years. Brutal. Anyway, aside from that, there were other good things that were happening in the Olympics. This young lady here, she's a 13-year-old skateboarder. Her name is Nishia Momiji. I hope I'm not butchering that name, but wow, she is one of the youngest to ever win gold in the Olympics. Congratulations to her. I believe she represented Japan. So congratulations. That's no small feat. And then, damn it, I don't have this lady's name, but she won gold. Last name begins with an A. Sorry, bad preparation. She won gold in the 400-meter freestyle event, and her reaction to this was, yeah, whatever. But her coach went apeshit. Her coach went viral last night because he was like, you thought he won the $100 million lottery. So there are still some good things happening. Anyway, moving right along. As far as movies, wifey and I watched a few this weekend, and one of them is actually an old movie from 1992. What up, Peter is a boss, and Ben Carlazzo is here to welcome you guys. Thank you, Tracy. It was Ariane Titmus was the name of that 400-meter freestyle swimmer. Thank you, Tracy M. Reservoir Dogs is one of Quentin Tarantino's earliest movies from 1992. This was before Pulp Fiction shot him into superstardom. And it's a movie about a jewelry heist gone wrong. And it's a very basic premise, but it was the first look anybody had gotten at Quentin Tarantino's narrative style, where he kind of goes back and then he goes forward and goes back and gives you a little piece and then goes back and then forward again. It's very, very clever movie, also very gory, so not for the weak of stomach, but very entertaining movie, definitely. Next up, I watched a movie called The Hunt. Now, I had heard about this in the past, and it had gotten mixed reviews. Basically, this is a movie about people hunting Trumpers. And no, you did not mishear me. This is a movie about a bunch of people, 12 people, get dropped off on an island. They're given a few weapons, and they're like, they get hunted. They like human prey. And before you say anything, like at first you're like, this is horrible. This is horrible. You can't hunt human beings. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. This is what they looked like when they first arrived. They had gags in their mouths. Excuse me. Then they found a key and they took the gags off, and then they got weapons and stuff, but they got mowed down quickly, and they're like, your first instinct is like, what the hell is this? This is bullshit. But then I'm still watching anyway. I'm not turning it off, right? It was kind of clever in that there were definite, things in the dialogue that lets you know who to root for and who to root against. And basically, there was some both sidisms in this. Both sides in this movie were horrible. The so-called liberals were horrible for hunting down the Trumpers, and the Trumpers, they're just Trumpers, so you see some anti-immigrants, slurs in here, and, but there is a person to root for, and it is this woman on the screen here. And although she is one of the Trumpers, there's a slight twist at the end, and, you're not really sure what side she lands on. But anyway, I recommend it. It's good. I saw this on HBO. And so was Reservoir Dogs, also on HBO. Okay, boom, boom. Okay, so that's it, guys, for the randomness stuff. Let us jump into our quick hits. Yeah, you son of a bee. Yeah. All right, quick hits. The world this weekend was introduced to a new hero. No, this hero was not wearing a cape or boots. This hero was wearing a plaid shirt and a baseball cap. And he didn't speak loudly. He spoke softly and directly into the face of Tucker Carlson. Yeah, this happened. So this is Montana Man. And what he said wasn't fancy, right? And it wasn't even, I didn't even really hear. He might have cursed. I didn't really hear much cursing. In fact, you really had to listen closely, turn the volume all the way up to hear what the hell he was saying. But he looked in the face of the man who is responsible for spreading hatred and propaganda and misinformation, and he told him about himself. And I'm going to share with you what he told him.
I don't care, man. Okay, just two. You are the worst human being known to mankind. I want you to know that what you have done to this state, to the United States,
I'm not going
to
to do
everything else
anything.
in this world. I don't care that your daughter's here. What you have done to people's families, what you have done to everybody else.
Do you see the look on Tucker's face? He is mortified
I don't care.
as he looks at the camera.
You are the worst human being known to mankind. I want you to know that what you have done to this state, to the United States, to everything else in this world. I don't care that your daughter's here. What you have done to people's families, what you have done to everybody else in this world. Son, don't call me.
Yeah, don't call him son, because that dude is big enough to take Tucker Carlson over his knee and spank him. Yeah, Trump Reaper said, this dude has balls that clank. Indeed. I like it. I liked it very much. And I am not endorsing people getting into public figures' faces and starting shit. And this guy clearly did not. He was not, he was not looking for a fight. Although clearly, if he wanted it, he could have just taken it. But I respect that he used his words quietly and directly, and that shit went viral. Thank you, Montana man. So there's a Florida man. A Florida man made an appearance this weekend to spew more lies, more disinformation, and more hatred. This Florida man is a twice impeached, unhinged lunatic who is basically just squeezing every last penny he can out of his supporters. This Florida man is none other than, you guessed it, Spanky McDumbass, the former guy. And so he learned a new word. Does anybody know the new word that he learned? Well, I will share it with you.
The county has, for whatever reason, also refused to produce the network routers. We want the routers, Sonny. Wendy, we got to get those routers, please. The routers. Come on, Kelly, we can get those routers. Those routers, you know what? We're so beyond the routers. There's so many fraudulent votes without the routers. But if you got those routers, what that will show, and they don't want to give up the routers. They don't want to give them. They are fighting like hell. Why are these commissioners fighting not to give the routers? How simple could it be? That will tell the truth. The county has for...
You know what? I guarantee you he would not know what a router was if he took a dump and it fell out of his colon. I'm telling you, routers. I'm telling you, the routers. He doesn't know anything about routers. And, I intentionally did not watch his speech, and I will not watch any more of his speeches because I got enough shit rattling around in my brain. I don't need his nonsense. And I know basically he's just going to spend an hour and a half, 2 hours complaining about how the election was stolen from him, which it wasn't. How it was rigged, which it wasn't. And just basically just trying to get his crowd riled up as well. And this is a guy who stays riled up. This is MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell. I don't know. I mean, he is somehow still everywhere. People are booking this guy for speaking engagements and for podcasts and basically anybody who will listen. And he comes up with these ridiculous conspiracy theories every other day, if not every day. And so anyway, his latest theory is that he believes that that President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris should resign, or will resign, on August 13th. It's very specific. Trump Reaper, you had a roll today. She said, the power of my pillow compels you. Yeah, why did he pick August 13th? I don't know. Maybe he's got some kind of scam he's cooking up or something. But you know what? If President Biden and Vice President Harris were to both resign, inexplicably just resign out of the blue on August 13th, you know what would happen? You know who would be president? It wouldn't be the former guy. It would be Nancy Pelosi. So Speaker Nancy Pelosi would suddenly become President Pelosi. So put that in your pillow and smoke it, Mike Lindell. Meanwhile, President Pelosi, she's busy doing her thing. She's getting her ducks all in a row. This weekend, we learned that she has appointed Adam Kinzinger to the January 6th Select Committee. And this is a big deal. It's a big deal because it means that they've got one more Republican, so a total of two on this committee, which means you can't accuse this of being a totally partisan thing. In fact, tomorrow is when the hearings begin, and Liz Cheney is going to be delivering the opening remarks prior to, I think it's 4 Capitol Police that are going to be giving testimony, and it's going to be striking testimony. And this is a woman who she has not minced her words when it came to Jim Jordan. She had some spicy words for him. And so I'm looking forward to watching these hearings. I hope they air some of these in prime time, because this needs to be seen not by the mid-afternoon crowd or the morning crowd. It needs to be televised. Fox Hill Dreams. I'm 99% sure that it will be on C-SPAN. Whether or not it's going to be on MSNBC or CNN, I don't know. I would think so. It's a pretty big deal. Misha Oliver says, but they are still calling it partisan. They can call it what they want. It is what it is. You've got Republicans sitting on this committee. It's bipartisan, technically. Anyway, that's it for our quick hits. Sylvia Correa says, you have some tough women in Congress. Yes, you do indeed. All right, so next up, it is time for us to chill out with our timeline cleanse. Timeline cleanse. Okay, as I promised last week, I'm going to try to introduce more cats and kittens to the show, because who doesn't like cats and kittens? What kind of inhuman person doesn't like cats and kittens? I used to like watching Tom and Jerry when I was a kid. I watched Tom and Jerry every day after school, and it was hilarious. But here's one kitten who didn't find Tom and Jerry all that amusing. In fact, they found it frightening. Watch the cat. She's paused. Just one more. Sorry. So what's hilarious about that is not only does she fly up in the air, right? But then she kind of does the cartoon cat run where her legs are moving, but her body isn't moving yet. That was great. I love it. All right. Another thing I enjoy is this was a new... I never played Jenga as a kid. I only discovered it at my last job where we had a giant Jenga thing, and what I enjoyed was tricking people into pulling the wrong block, right? And that's what I thought was happening in this next clip.
No, push it.
First of all, That tower is problematic.
I think you can hit it from the side if you get it like.
I think it's a roundhouse.
See, that's me. That would be me.
You gotta go. You can't do it like that. You gotta hit it like this.
I would have told him, you gotta kick it.
No, because you don't.
Yeah, everybody.
Use your head.
It's gonna fall regardless.
Well, yeah, we all know.
Yeah.
Watch this dude.
That board just disappeared off the face of the planet instantaneously.
Yeah, see, you're just gonna spin it. You're just gonna spin it.
What? What? I'd be, yeah, if I was able to do that, yeah, I would have. I'd be bragging about that shit for months.
I think you can hit it from the side.
That was awesome. I'm sorry. That is fantastic.
You gotta
I
go.
thought this
you
tower
can't
was
do it
ready to
like that.
fall.
You gotta hit it like this.
No, you got to do it like this.
No, because you don't.
Yeah, no.
Everybody move.
No, it's gonna fall regardless.
That's not gonna do
Well,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Even if that board just disappeared off the face of the planet instantaneously.
One,
See, you're just gonna spin it.
2. That's incredible. Freaking karate chopped a block out.
No, push it.
God damn. That's great. Okay, last but not least, this next one, this is a head scratcher here. This is, I didn't even know what to say. Last year we heard that in order to combat COVID, that maybe you should consider, injecting bleach. And the rest of us laughed. That's stupid, right? Now, some people, apparently they like to cook their chicken, but they bleach it first. What?
No, push it.
I saw this on the internet. This woman cleans her chicken with Clorox bleach.
If I get chicken, this is how my grandma showed me, my mama showed me, and this is how I do it for me. So you're gonna put a little bit of Clorox. It has to be name brand Clorox bleach, or it will
Name
not
brand.
taste right. Once you put your Clorox, you're gonna take a little bit. Maybe about 2 drops of the Dawn dish detergent. Don't put a lot. That's what people mess up at. You're gonna need 2 drops. Once you do that, you're gonna soak it around inside of your mix, move it around until you
No.
see the water look a little bit hazy. That means the chicken is now clean. Then you're gonna rinse it. Right there, when my chicken started going down my drainer, I had to bring that shit back up because it was going down, and I could not use my chicken because I only got a little bit. So once I got all my chicken back to the top, of course, I go ahead and hit a little bit of water, rinse it off, and then once I rinse it off, I'm gonna go ahead and now start the seasoning. I'm gonna put my complete seasoning on it, just a little bit of garlic powder,
No.
a little bit of
Throw the whole
onion
thing
powder,
out.
and then of course my Lowry seasoning salt. Once I do that, I'm gonna mix it up really, really good, and I'm
In
gonna
the
put it inside of
sink?
a bowl, put it in the refrigerator for about 15-20 minutes, let it cool
That's
down,
nasty.
and I'll be back for part 2 of how
Okay, couple things I noticed. First, she says, this is how I do it for me, which tells you no amount of comments on the internet are going to stop her from doing this. Her mom taught her grandma taught her mom. She's not going to stop. Secondly, and this is nitpicky, I know. She said use a name brand Clorox. Clorox is the name brand version of bleach. And, shout out to you, Clorox, because, what I'm saying, you know what's important enough that, people associate your name with that. But the most important thing that was interesting to me, you clean your chicken with bleach, but let it fall into the garbage disposal, okay? And then just wash that part off, okay? You just washed off what was in the garbage disposal. Keyword, garbage. After using bleach, you said, oh, shoot, the garbage part of this is okay. I'm just going to wash it off, season with the Lowry's. That's what you said. Now, black folks, I know we like clean, but this is like dangerously clean.
Yeah.
Bleach. Have you seen what bleach does to clothing? Mm-hmm. And you mix that. You put a bleach brine for the chicken. And if that's not enough, you threw some dishwashing liquid in there. Your inside's going to be spicy. You got bleach on the inside of your body. And then you put chicken seasoning and you fried bleach. I saw this on the internet. This woman cleans her chicken with Clorox.
That's crazy. I saw this and I had to share that with you guys. I know nobody in this audience is using bleach on their chicken. Don't let me hear that. Anyway, that guy he goes by Kev on Stage on Twitter. It's Kev, K-E-V, on Stage. That's on Twitter, twitter.com. All right, that's it for our timeline cleanse. And now we're going to just jump right into our main topic, which is a pretty big topic. Yeah, I just did a podcast with you guys know Kimberly Johnson. She goes by author Kimberly I believe, and she has a podcast. It's called Start Me Up. And if you want to hear if you want to hear my conversation with her, I retweeted it earlier this afternoon. It should be on my Twitter page. And we had a conversation, and she asked me, what did I think about 2022? Yeah. So I shared my thoughts, and I figured, you know what? Let me expand my thoughts a little further because we didn't go deeply into detail about it, but I thought, let me go into some more detail here. So 2021 is it's like a brand new year, or well, maybe it's slightly used year, but it's still new compared to the twice impeached, unhinged, seditious jalopy that we just retired to the junkyard, right? The junkyard. Now, the economy is doing well. It's doing very, very well. It's tremendous. We've added over 3 million jobs since January, which I hear is more than any other president so far in history. The president has signed the American Rescue Plan, which included the $1,400 stimulus checks, as well as extended unemployment benefits, the child tax credit, 15% increase in SNAP benefits, and housing assistance, and but wait, there's more, a whole shitload more. In addition to that, Democrats have introduced two, not one, but two different infrastructure bills, one of which is a traditional infrastructure bill that addresses roads and bridges and stuff. And that's the bipartisan bill that some Republicans are already saying that they might not even support. Maybe they can't or they won't. This one, the bipartisan one, is $1 trillion. The other one is a partisan only infrastructure bill. That's a big whopper. It's $3.5 trillion. Trillion with a T. And that's going to be passed through reconciliation. But only, Speaker Pelosi says, only if the Senate passes the smaller $1 trillion bipartisan deal. I'm not going to pretend to understand her logic, her thinking on that. Like, why would you threaten to not pass our bill because they already don't want to pass that bipartisan bill? Why? I don't get the threat. Maybe she believes that a bipartisan infrastructure bill, if Republicans block it, it's going to hurt them more than it's going to hurt us. I don't know about that strategy, but I think politically, Nancy Pelosi has already proven herself to be a top strategist. So I'm going to let Nancy do what Nancy does. But overall, infrastructure is big. That is something that people from both parties can benefit. Now, right now, Republicans have 0 wins. They have 0 wins. All they have under their belt is, a bunch of nonsense about Dr. Seuss and Mr. Potato Head. They don't have anything substantial to say, this is what we've legislated. We've helped to improve your bridges, to improve your roads, to put money in your pocket. They can't lay a claim to any of that. They voted against the American Rescue Plan. They voted against people having money to for their kids, the extra earned tax credit for children, whatever the hell that is. They voted against that shit too. Unbelievable. So things are looking up, but we still have the Delta variant to contend ourselves with. And that's no small butt. That's a big butt. That's a former guy-sized butt. It's a major concern. Currently, we have 48% of Americans that are vaccinated, but Dr. Fauci says, oh, thank you, Sandra, for the reminder. She says, Sandra's reminding us to please remember to hit the like button. Those of you who are fully engaged in the chat on the side. And those of you who are just lurking, if you like the content, hit the like button. It's the thumbs up here on YouTube. Peter Ducey tried to hit Jen Psaki with a gotcha question. Peter Ducey, man, when will you learn? She owns you, bro. His question was, Dr. Fauci says we're going in the wrong direction. Whose fault is that? As if there was going to be any other answer other than the Republicans and the TV networks that you guys watch are to blame. We're here on the left. Democrats are all saying, get vaccinated, wear a mask, mask up. And Republicans are saying and doing the exact opposite. So COVID absolutely destroyed an otherwise humming economy last year. And political experts like James Carville, the guy from the Cajun, Raging Cajun, he famously said, it's the economy, stupid, right? When it comes to presidential politics, just when it comes to politics in general, it's the economy, stupid. Nothing else really matters. People want to know, what's in their paycheck, what's in their bank account, how am I going to make ends meet? That's the shit that really matters. Those of you who are watching my show right now, those of us who tune in to Rachel Maddow on a daily basis and Lawrence O'Donnell and Brian Williams and all that stuff and Anderson Cooper and, Don Lemon, we watch and listen to politics a hell of a lot more than the average American. The average American is busy hustling, working sometimes 3 jobs at a time just so they can pay their bills, figure out childcare. They got to get their kids in childcare in order to work those 2 or 3 jobs. Pay their rent, pay the mortgage, pay the, utilities, all that shit. And at the end of the day, they want something to relax to. They want to watch TV. They want to laugh. They want to forget about their problems. So most people aren't focused on politics the same way you and I are focused on politics. And so at the end of the day, I don't care who's in the White House, whether it's a Democrat or a Republican. If the economy is in the tank, then so is that party. And last year, COVID was a major 1-2 punch to the head and then to the gut of the economy. It destroyed the American economy. We lost over, 14 million jobs? I don't know, Paula Freitas, how it is possible to have 3 jobs, but you can have one job that you go to 9 to 5, and then you have a part-time job that you go to 6 to 10 on Mondays and Fridays, and then you have another part-time job that you go to 7 to midnight, Tuesdays and Thursdays. People do it. Lots of people do it, actually. So it begs the question, now that we know the kind of effect that COVID has on an economy, the question is, have Republicans made some kind of crazy calculus that perhaps they stand a better chance of surviving if more of their constituents die of COVID? It sounds crazy when you think about it. It sounds crazy. They have to hope that if the Delta variant grows in size and grows in intensity, they say this Delta variant is way more transmissible than the one we were dealing with last year. And we already have a massive chunk of the population that is not yet vaccinated. And we also know that even if you are vaccinated, you can still get the Delta variant. I will say that again for emphasis. If you are vaccinated, you can still get the Delta variant of COVID. Now, the chances of you dying from it or being hospitalized from it, way smaller. I'll take my chances being vaccinated over not being vaccinated. Happily, me and my whole family, we're vaccinated. So even if we catch COVID, I just knocked on wood. Our whole family knocks on wood when we say something. Even if we happen to catch it, the vaccination is going to prevent us from either being hospitalized or worse. And now to make matters worse, we have 18 states that have enacted voter suppression laws that are going to make it tough, even tougher, for a lot of people to exercise their right to vote. Those same people that I was just talking about, how they are struggling to make ends meet, they're hustling, running 2-3 jobs, et cetera, I'm telling you, when midterm elections roll around, they're not thinking about midterm elections. They're thinking about, putting food on the table and paying the bills and shit like that. And they're too tired to think about it. It's an uphill climb. And so now if you make obstacles to voting even greater, those people that were already not inclined to vote are definitely not going to vote, especially in the midst of a Delta variant pandemic. So what did we do the last time the pandemic was big and breathing down our necks? We sent out those mail-in ballots. Problem with this is that a lot of states are looking to head us off at the pass and disallow mail-in ballots. Yeah? So what can we do? We have bills that we need to get passed. We have the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act, and that's a smaller Voting Rights Act that looks to restore elements from the Voting Rights Act of 1964 that were taken out that basically make it easier for states to discriminate against voters of color. And then there's the big voting bill, that's the For the People Act. But we can't get those patched because of Manchin and Sinema, and President Biden is acting like he kind of still wants to keep the filibuster around, because if he didn't, look, if I was President Biden and I wanted to get rid of the filibuster, I'd lean on Manchin and Sinema. He's been around the Senate long enough to know how shit works. And now suddenly we're starting to hear about out organizing voter suppression. People are starting to let that out, that basically the White House has thrown in the towel on doing away with the filibuster, and they're thinking that, we're going to somehow magically find 49 more Stacey Abrams to out-hustle the voter suppression efforts. I haven't heard of any more Stacey Abrams. There's just that one. So how do I feel about 2022? I feel like if we're going to win in 2022, and I said this on Kimberly's show, if we're going to win in 2022, all of the conditions have to be perfect and ideal. We have to have a lot of different things working for us all at the same time. We have to promote all of the Democratic wins that we have right now in 2021. All the things that we have done to improve the lives of regular Americans. And we have to tout those, do a victory lap with those, because that's what the Republicans would do if they had those wins. You got to, don't be ashamed to brag about it. Again, we also have to find another few dozen Stacey Abramses. And again, out-hustle, out-organize voter suppression. Push for more mail-in ballots. That seemed to work very well in 2020. And that's it. That's pretty much it. If we get those things done, and if we're miraculously able to make some headway in those voter suppression efforts, because there's a lawyer named Mark Elias. he and his team are fighting. They've got 15 lawsuits pending against states who have passed these voter suppression laws. So all of these things combined. But the linchpin to everything is the economy. The economy's got to hold up. If the economy goes in the tank, it will be a bloodbath in 2022. I said it here. But economists all seem to be pointing to, pointing up. They're saying this economy is just getting started. We have a little bit of inflation right now, but that should burn out quickly. So they say. We shall see. So that's my bit on 2022. I'm not all dour. I'm not saying that we will lose. I'm just saying that we had to fight like hell to make those things happen. We, those of us who tend to care more about politics than the average person, we have to reach out to our friends and family and people that we know and tell them what's important, and impress upon them the importance of voting for people who vote for things that are important to us. That's what I got to say about that. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my favorite part of the show. This is my favorite part, the guessing game. Guess that movie soundtrack. So, how this works, this is your first time on the show, how this works is I'm going to sing as best as I can. I'm going to sing a few lines from a song that appeared in a movie. Now, it's likely it's been in, several movies, but I am hoping that you will guess the movie that it is most known for having appeared in. Okay? And if you recognize the name of the movie that song was featured in, you type it in and you write it and you hit send. And if you are correct, I read out the first 10 or so names that pop out and give you props for that. Okay? So here we go. Here's the first one. Let me get the tune in my head. I don't know why I came here tonight. I got the feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared in case I fall off my chair. And I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle of you. I'm stuck in the middle of you. All right, let's see. What do we got here? What do we got? Guessings. Okay, so I see I have stumped a large chunk of the audience. However, not all of you, because many of you have correctly guessed, yes, Reservoir Dogs. Dogs! This song was stuck in my brain most of the weekend. And right at the top here, we got Lee Saunders. Her first guess was the right guess. Let's see. Asmila J, don't be so downtrodden. You will get some of these. I know it. Let's see. Lee Saunders. It says, Matt Meehan, you were close because you said Pulp Fiction. Same director, different movie. Tracy M. got it. Gavin Rutherford. Jen Murphy. Wilbur McCarthy. Amanda Crawford. Julianne Gauthier. Debbie Neiman. Misha Oliver. Sylvia Correa. Alaska Cindy. Jen Murphy with Steelers Wheel. Very good. You get your partial credit for that. Samantha Hawkins. And there you go, Asmila J. There you go, way down there at the bottom. Okay, next up. Here's the next one. You'll probably get it before I even say an actual word. Ooga chaga, ooga, ooga, ooga chaga, ooga, ooga, ooga chaga, ooga, ooga, ooga chaga, ooga, ooga. I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Girl, you just don't realize what you do to me. When you hold me in your arms so tight, you let me know everything's all right. I'm hooked on a feeling. Ba, ba, da, ba. All right, let's see. What do we got here? What do we got? What do we got? Okay, so I see some of you are guessing. Let's see. All right. I got enough. All right, so I was looking for Guardians of the Galaxy, although I will say that this song also appeared in Reservoir Dogs. So if you guess Reservoir Dogs, you get credit for that too. So right at the top, once again, we have Lee Saunders guessed Reservoir Dogs, but really Ness is next with Guardians of the Galaxy, correct, followed by Kathy Murphy. Wilbur McCarthy, you got the right song. I'm going to give you partial credit for that. Trump Reaper, you got the right group. Blue Suede was the name of the group. Jen Murphy's the name of the song. Na, 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 na. Valerie G, name of the song. There we go. Samantha Hawkins with Guardians of the Galaxy. Amanda Crawford, correct. Julianne Gauthier, name of the song. Tracy M, name of the song. Scribble my dimples with Guardians of the Galaxy. As Monique Lee, Ben Carlazzo, Misha Oliver. Okay, good job, guys. Next up, this one is tough, so bear with me. All right, hold on. Here we go. Listen to the ground. There is movement all around. There is something going down, and I can feel it. On the waves of the air, there is dancing out there. It's something we can't share. We can't steal it. And I find on the sun. And the real, and the feeling is right. That night fever. You know how to do it. Yeah. All right. So that was clearly not as challenging as I thought it would be. Although I apologize for those of you whose eardrums I have shattered. Lee Saunders is on a roll today. What's up? There she is again at the top with Saturday Night Fever. We got Matt Meehan, Synth Fan, Sheila Bird, Tracy M, The Trump Reaper, Kathy Murphy, Gavin Rutherford, Julianne Gauthier, Amanda Crawford, Peter is the boss, Jen Murphy, Linda K, Victorina, Asmila J says John Travolta movie. I'll give you credit for that one. There, see Asmila, you got one. Marie from New Jersey, Paula Freitas, Sylvia Correa, Samantha Hawkins, very good. You guys, you know I can't read all of the names, okay? Now, this is another one. This is going to be challenging. Listen carefully. I knew a girl named Nikki, I guess you could say she was a sex fiend. I met her in a hotel lobby, masturbating with the magazine. She said, how'd you like to waste some time? And I could not resist when I saw little Nikki grind. Da-na-na-na-na-na. 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 Boom, boom. She took me. Okay, so I see also you guys jumped right on this one as well. not as challenging as I thought, or maybe you guys are just too good and I have to up my game. Because believe it or not, I am trying to stump you guys. Not cruelly, I'm not giving you like a 2-second snippet and say, guess what? But I do like to make these a little challenging. All right, at the top here, this was Purple Rain, the name of the movie, as well as the name of the album. And at the top here, we got Synth Fan, Tracy M, Sheila Bird, The Trump Reaper, Synth Fan, Samantha Hawkins, Peter is a Boss, Cha Cha, Wilbur McCarthy, Julian Gautier, Cindy C, Amanda Crawford, Marie from New Jersey, Linda K, Samantha B, Misha Oliver, Gavin Rutherford, Sylvia Correa, Jen Murphy, Ben Carlazzo, Melissa McQueen. Okay, you guys got it. Very good. I'm proud of you all. I'm so proud. Here's the next one. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Why do you build me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down and mess me around? And then worst of all, you never call baby when you say you will. And I love you still. I need you more than anyone, darling. Come on, you guys. Come on now. What movie? What movie? Oh, did I get you guys on this one? Did I get you? I think I got a bunch of you on this one. Hey, I got some praise from Myra Morera. Says I didn't sound too bad on that one. Thank you. Why do you? Now I screwed it up. Let's see. I'm seeing a lot of guesses here. Okay. Well, I was looking for the movie There's Something About Mary, starring Ben Stiller and Cameron Diaz, among many others. And I got a lot of guesses here. Some people are guessing Shallow Hal, Geico commercial for some reason. It's just not a movie. Let's see. A few people said Shallow Hal. Some people said Top Gun. Harley Davidson commercials. So at the top here, I got a guess from Debbie Neiman, which was close. She says Ben Stiller. But the first one to guess correctly is Scribble My Dibbles, saying something about Mary. Something about Mary, and let's see. Oh, yeah, we got a troll here named Mustangs. Moderators, please handle this. Cindy C. also guessed something about Mary. Debbie Neiman. And that's it. So I did stump you guys on that. Okay. Here's the next one. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud. He opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking now. Everybody's joking now. The clock's run out. Time's up. Over. Blow. We come back to reality. Whoa. Let's see. Okay, let's see. And I wasn't fooling anybody with that one. That was by Marshall Mathers, a.k.a. Eminem, in the biographical movie, 8 Mile, loosely biographical, I guess. And at the top here, we got Samantha Hawkins, Victorina, Amanda Crawford, Melissa McQueen, Tracy M, Sheila Bird, Misha Oliver, Synth Fan. So close. You missed it by one. You said 7 Mile. I'll give you that one. Jen Murphy, Linda Kay, Gavin Rutherford, Peter is a boss, Karen Purdy. Not Karen Purdy guessing in this game. Yeah, there she is, Karen Purdy. Trump Reaper, Monique Lee, Watcher Soko, Sylvia Korea, Asmila J with another one. There you go, Asmila. Don't give up. Never give up. All right. Here's the next one. My baby, he don't talk sweet. He ain't got much to say. But he loves me, loves me, loves me. I know that he loves me anyway. And maybe he don't dress fine, but I don't really mind. 'Cause every time he pulls me near, I just want to cheer. Let's hear it for the boy. Let's give the boy a hand. Yes! All right, we were looking for Footloose. Now I gotta cut loose. So I could have sang that gotta cut a foot loose. But that would have been too easy. That one is way too easy. But I see that you guys got this pretty much immediately. And we got at the top here, we got the Trump Reaper, followed by Tracy M. Synth fan, you get a partial credit for the name of the song. Let's hear it for the boy. Samantha Hawkins, Amanda Crawford, Misha Oliver, Monique Lee, Lucielle, Synth fan, Watcher Soko, Sylvia Correa, Melissa McQueen, Julianne Gauthier, Samantha B, Debbie Neiman, Wilbur McCarthy, Linda K, Karen Purdy again. That damn Karen. Karen Purdy and that damn Karen, just so you guys know, not the same person. But what happened to her anyway? That damn Karen. Gavin Rutherford, Jen Murphy, Wojo Mom, there she is. All right. Yes. All right, next one. I only have one more. Here it is. Just a steel town girl on a Saturday night, looking for the fight of her life. In the real-time world, no one sees her at all. They all say she's crazy. Locking rhythms to the beat of her heart, changing movement into life. She has danced into the danger zone when the dancer becomes a dance. It can cut you like a knife. Oh, I love this movie. This is from my teenage years. I used to have the poster in my room. Scribble My Dibbles will remember that. She's remembered that poster. I didn't have many posters. I had this one, definitely. And only saw the movie about 20 times, I believe. Hey! Gavin Rutherford says, she's here, BDD. Haven't seen her. I do see Speedtopia. Welcome, Speedtopia. I didn't see her earlier. Okay, at the top here, we got Monique Lee, Sheila Bird, Samantha B, Tracy M. Oh, Lee Saunders, so close, but not. The Trump Reaper, Calla Murphy, Sid Penn, Misha Oliver, Julianne Gauthier, Marie from New Jersey, Amanda Crawford, Jen Murphy, Lucille, Sylvia Correa, Linda K, Speedtopia, Sandra, Karen Purdy, Watcher Soko, Scribble My Dibbles, Victorina. Everybody got this one correctamundo. Thank you guys for playing. This has been fun. All right, and let's see. Boom. There we go. All right, so last but not least, I got one more thing to cover, and that is the, what is it? What do we call this thing? The Raggedy Bish, of course. Here we go. a second. Wilbur McCarthy said, when I was a teenager, everyone I knew had that Farrah Fawcett poster. As did I! Yes. So I just want to say to you guys, very good game, by the way, that the guessing game. That was a lot of fun. Okay, so today's Raggedy Bish is none other than former general. I don't know. Does he get to keep his title? After he's been convicted. I know he was pardoned, but he was pardoned by a criminal himself. So, you know. But anyway, yeah. Mike Flynn is today's You Raggedy Bish, and we'll get into that in a minute.
And tell us about your gift.
So we were trying to come up with a rifle that we thought was appropriate for a general. So we went with the old school woodland camouflage. So anyhow, this is one of our top quality guns. And
Maybe I'll find somebody in Washington, D.C.
Maybe I'll find someone in Washington, D.C. This is a guy who was a general in the military who is openly joking about using a weapon of war on someone in Washington, D.C. In today's... Look, if you were in the military, you had to learn discipline. You had to learn discipline. If a superior officer said something to you you didn't like, you couldn't tell him, go fuck yourself. You couldn't tell him that. You couldn't tell him that. You had to hold your tongue. This was a guy who served in the military as a general. He served in the previous administration, and he's just sinking lower and lower and lower. He's just scum. This is a guy who, who just completely ignored his oath to the country and took an oath to QAnon. We all saw that video. I'm sorry, I don't have the video handy, but yeah, he videoed himself taking an oath to QAnon with a bunch of other people. QAnon does not align with the values and beliefs of America. Why he has not yet been court-martialed is a mystery. Because this guy is besmirching the honor of what it means to have served in the military and to have risen to the rank of general. His conduct is atrocious. I don't care, what party you're in, Democrat or Republican. People who are in the military are supposed to really be apolitical. Right now, he's no longer in the military, but that doesn't mean you forget everything that you were supposed to have internalized during the time that you trained and rose through the ranks as a respected military leader. This is disgusting. And this picture right here on the screen now, that's him at a dinner with Vladimir Putin. He's directly to the left in the picture, the guy right on the left of Vladimir Putin. And, his behavior doesn't show you anything otherwise. It doesn't show any reason why you should believe that he is an upstanding, respectable... He's the guy who led the lock her up chants at the Trump rallies in 2016. Lock her up. Lock her up. Huh? And isn't it ironic that he himself... he himself got locked the fuck up. Not Hillary. Nah. Hillary was chilling, drinking her Cabernet or whatever kind of wine she chills out with. And that jackass got locked up. Had to be pardoned. So yeah, Michael Flynn, you're a disgrace to the uniform. You're a disgrace to America. You are today's You Raggedy Bish. All right. Sandra says he can still be court-martialed. Well, that's good to know. They need to get on the giddy up with the court-martials already. So, all right, guys. I got time for this many questions. I got three questions. What do you have for me to answer? I'll have tremendous answers. Tremendous. Debbie Neiman wants to know, do donations go to you personally, or do they go to Really American, or a combo of both? I believe it's a combination of both. Yes. Asmila J says, can't he be called back to service, court-martialed, and tried for treason? I don't know about calling him back to service. I can't imagine they would want to call him back unless it was for the purpose of court-martialing and trying him for treason, which that would be a great idea. I don't think they'll do that. I don't think the military gets into the weeds, into the nitty-gritty, payback game like us civilians would. So I'm guessing no, but I'm not an expert on military law proceedings or anything. Fox Hill Dreams wants to know what happened today at the Bad Barracks hearing. That's right. He did show up today in Brooklyn. I was surprised. I was shocked that he did show up. He did get a perp walk into the courthouse. I don't know what the resolution of that was. If he has to go back to jail, I don't know. Or does that $250 million bail that he posted keep him out of jail? Probably keeps him out of jail. Because if it was anything else, we would have heard, I'm sure. Okay, last question is from Solid Blue Sister, BDD, : thoughts on Mitt Romney possibly becoming the dark horse candidate for the GOP in 2024. He could be the best chance to recover blue Republicans for the GOP and give the GOP a platform. Maybe? Not a chance. Not a chance. I mean, I could see him running again. And depending on which direction the political winds are blowing, maybe Ron DeSantis flames out by then. Maybe Don Jr. is in rehab by then. I don't know. But I think the bulk of the Republican Party sees Mitt Romney as a traitor. He will never get a majority of Republicans to go. And Trump hates him. Spanky McDumbass hates him. As long as Trump hates somebody, that, highly charged, energized base that he still commands, they're going to flat out reject him. So if Spanky doesn't like him, he doesn't have a shot. Not a shot in the dark. All right, guys, that is all the time I have for today. Thank you for another wonderful episode of Storytime with BDD. I'm your host, BDD, a.k.a. Brooklyn Dad. And if you got to go out, I just want to remind you that if you have not yet been vaccinated, make sure you go and get your shot. Get the jab. Get it. It works. It's safe. Save yourself. Save your families. Save everybody who comes in contact with you. Wear your masks. Still. Keep your social distance. 6 feet or better. And have a lovely, beautiful evening. As you guys know, I will not be here tomorrow, but I will return. I will be here on Wednesday, Hump Day. So, same time, same place. I love you all. Peace. Boom. Excellent job to the Mod Squad. Excellent job. Thank you, guys. Hey! Cindy C with the reminder to hit the like button. Hey! Smila J saw that the word arrested was trending. Yeah, guarantee you, if Spanky gets arrested, this show is going live immediately. Ben Carlazzo. See you on Wednesday. I don't know why I came here tonight. I got the feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared in case I fall off my chair. And I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs. House to the left and Jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Ha ha! All right, guys. Thank you again. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. And now it's time. You need to